Peasants and peasanties. All right, we're back in Manor Lords, and we will be. What happened there? I was about to show off my place. This is our first tier 3 house. We will be making things more advanced, more trading, more stuff, so that we can fulfill the needs of tier 3 people like her. Hey, where are you going? Hey, come here. All right, you look like a chef. What's up with that hat? All right, so there's our church level 2, the stone church. That is a requirement also. So let's start. Let's begin with our journey into further growth. So we do have an orchard farm set up. That was the first one. Hello, welcome to the stream. I, your lord, am here to service you guys with entertainment and guide you guys to growth. All right. So we gotta first also increase our food growth. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vegetable farms. We need more variety. Let's check this out. What does this need? Grains. We will need to be importing grains because we have no fertile land here. So that's one thing. Rest of it, animal produce. We'll need to have more animals. So we need more Burgage plots. We already have 11 unassigned people. That is a lot. So let's first start focusing on trade. This one is full. So let's get more. Is this guy done? Let's put in 2 more people in there. I think this guy is done. Let me first check this. Do we have materials left? Roof tiles 104, but I don't think we have clay. We don't have clay. Crafting materials, is this where you see? Yeah, 0 clay. So this guy is also done. We can remove this building as well, demolish, since we don't have the mine anymore. We could always import, but we'll keep that. Yeah, they're gonna pick it up soon. So we should be making more kiln and making more charcoal. What's up with charcoal? How much charcoal do we have? 95 and firewood. Yeah, we need another kiln. Since this one is full, we'll build one more of this. Where is it? There it is. Forgot where it was. Alright, we can have it right here. But these trees will be uprooted. Let those trees stay there. We'll just have it over here. So we got another one. No need to connect that. So let me speed it up a bit. Look at that traffic. Woodcutter's Lodge. So these guys can go and chop off stuff from here. This logging camp is already done over there, so we will also shift this guy to chop off wood on this side. I think this should be good. Let's take that point out. And we could actually add a livestock here. There we go. So that will make things faster for them to bring in the logs back. Roll tax, blank message, but it's right there at the top right. So we do need to make our manor in this as well. So first things first. Planks. Planks are being exported. So I'm gonna basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out what we're producing and if we need more buildings of that type to produce more, and then we can actually start trading that more. So we might need another trading post if 5 guys can't handle the stocks, but otherwise we'll be good. So I'm going to keep salt because that is being used for sausages. We do need more butchers, so they make more sausages and more pig stees, whatever you call them. All right, I think it's somewhere here there. So we need more of these as well. So for now, we're gonna focus on one thing at a time. We've got more firewood and we've got less charcoal, so that's done. Next is we've got timber and planks. We've got a lot of timber. We can have another sawmill to make planks. So where's that original sawmill we had? Kind of forgot. It's supposed to be here. Oh, we already have 2 saw pits, so that's fine. That's fine. We can actually grab one more then, I guess. Let's get another saw pit here. There we go. Let's now we have saw production and we have charcoal production. That is going good. Now we need to get more piggies. That'll be our third thing. So more piggies, more meat, and we've got a king salt mine, a rich deposit of salt mine. So we can go deep mine, and there will be never-ending salt in there. So right now there is still salt on the surface, 763. That is a lot. So we have an endless supply of salt, so we can make as much sausages as we want. Let's get that done. So we'll have 3 main items that we will be trading at the outpost. Trade. So that'll be planks. We'll keep 60 of them at our place. And then that'll be food sausages. We'll keep 30 of them and sell the rest. And we already have that trade thing. And what else? What else was there? Charcoal. We'll keep 80 charcoal and sell the rest. So this is going to be good. This is going to be a good trade. Starting trade. And we'll stabilize this so we get maximum chunks out of this. And then we're going to grow out to other trade items. And for now, let's quickly build a Burgage plot again with an orchard. So I think this one is now, you can make it a deeper plot. Yeah, I think there's no wood in there. Let's make it face the same direction as the previous orchard. Like, nice. Saved really quickly. The first autosave is quite fast. Alright, this is a smallish but decent space for an orchard. We're gonna have 2 orchards to start with. Pears on them. Pears take the most time, but they give out the most output. So we're gonna go for output. Look at that. Our gold is reduced down to 96. We were somewhere at 1000 plus. I'm gonna quickly make this go fast so that we have a good speed of these productions starting on. So this is live session. Last 2 episodes, you must watch it. How I started off with a very stable economy, then level 2 Burgage plots. There was a mistake. I did excessive level 2s, but now this episode is based on level 3. So we're gonna focus on trade, so we get more gold, food, so that the food requirements are met, and then we're gonna go with our Burgage plots. All right, we have no free oxen slots. This is a hitching post. Let's quickly get this up. I hope that livestock is still there, so I hope it doesn't run away. Let's get this to highest priority, so it's all set. Yeah, there we go. I think now our oxen won't run away. So if you don't have a parking spot for these animals, they tend to run away. Let's get this done. Be quick, people, be quick. I think now it's about to begin. Nope. I think we need more hitching posts and more of these oxen to kind of roam around, bring stuff. You can place one here, I guess. So it'll be spread out. There's one right here. We can actually just upgrade this one too and get an ox in there. We got ourselves stone wells. They provide for more houses. So water supply is good. Work area is empty. Okay, that is empty. I think we should put into 3 more of these guys. 2 more of these guys so they can like make that herbs and stuff. Beer stolen, that is not good. That is our precious commodity. Alright, I'll just be back. I need to open the door. That is taking a lot of time. Did they upgrade this? That's the hunting camp. There's the stables. Let's get an ox in there. So we'll get more people in these stables as well. I think that is nice. I guess now it should speed things up. We're gonna fight for that, and then we're gonna ask for negotiations. Peace declared. Enemy spotted. Where? I hope they don't come ravaging into my village. Oh. I don't know. I think it's peacetime. Alright, let's hope it's peacetime, otherwise they'll come in and burn stuff and then we'll have to repair all of it. So, yeah. So where were we? We were waiting for this to finish and this to finish. So let's hope it's done quick. 3 logs. 125 timber. Timber is expanding a lot. So we gotta do... Why is everything so slow right now? It's supposed to be faster than this. There we go. The ox is taking the log and it's bringing it to the wrong building. Get this one done. Yeah, they're on it. Alright, we got the kiln ready. Let's place 3 of the guys in here and this will start its production. Now we got 3 people left. 1 will go in there. Awesome. Now we got saw production. And now we can calm down a bit. Let's get to 4x speed. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you like strategy games, management games, and city builders like this. This is a beautiful game if you haven't seen it before. I'm pretty sure you might have run across it. But it's 0.8 version, still in early access, but it's a lovely game. I enjoyed it in all of its stages. And now this was the latest patch they had. So I was like, okay, let's start again and let's make a new city. So I'm following my ancestors who were also in the 14th century settling into this area, and I'm trying to follow how they would have actually thought of building a settlement and all that. So I use that in the first 2 tiers. Now things are getting advanced. So let's see how things go. So we've got more people moving into our town. One more guy. So that means this house is done. We can actually expand it. So get more of the people in there. And then we'll make the orchard right here. So I don't know how to like make the plot size of the orchard really big, but it's decent. This one is decent. We have our granary also close by. There it is. So it's fine. We can even have one more guy in this and the storehouse. We need more guys in the storehouse, I guess. Yeah, storehouse has a lot of stuff going on, so we'll add one more guy in the storehouse for now. And the trading post has 4 guys which are working fine. Advanced people, trade, livestock. All right, we can have more horses there to actually take stuff and trade. But right now, let's focus on productions first. So we now need to build some Burgage plots with butchers. So they'll be level 2. So that's how you manage. If you have these level 1 stuff going on in the houses, Burgage plots, you don't want to like level them up to level 2. So their demands are slightly lower. And you can manage more level 2 plots with higher production skills and stuff. So you have more advantage with the supplies you have, and you get more level 2 stuff going on in the production line. I don't know if I made sense. All right, so we have we can have the piggies here. Yeah, this seems fine.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Come on, come on.
There we go. That's our some residential wing going on there. This is the farmer's wing, and it's some surrounding buildings as different stuff on one side. Okay, these guys are still open. We can have the animal pens made here. This guy is still open. Let's have some animal pens here. So level 3 housing, those were supposed to be level 3, but okay, missed out on that. That's what happens when you play the game after pauses. Game is trigger happy on auto saving right now. So winters are here. This one is complete. Let's make it into an orchard. Once that is complete, in the new season they will start planting. This is the previous orchard. Look at the trees. They're already carrying some fruit. Awesome. So we got this going on. I think we're going at a decent pace.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Let's see now how the things are going. Thanks, production. Timber is way ahead.
We all know what that means.
And what about garments and clothes? There's a lot of clothes, shoes. We can do the trading for clothes and shoes as well. Trade. Crafting materials, commodities, shoes, export shoes. Export shoes, keep 30, maybe 50. Let's keep 60. Let's keep 60. No, 50 is fine, I guess. 50. And sell the rest. Clothes. Export. Let's keep those as 50 as well. And export the rest. So we got to open trade lines there. once we have the materials, and that'll be good. Now they have an issue. Peace declared. Good. I don't know how long you can do that, but that works. So we got more families moving in. That means these houses are ready. We can have goats in these, or maybe we can have pigs here and goats on that side. Let's get that done like this. Since these houses are ready, we can have goats here. Milk production and some mutton. So we've got 50 families, more actually, 53 families, and we got 3 more spaces for people to join in. We got 1 level 3 family and 8 level 2, and I don't know how many level 1. Am I working that right or not? I don't know. Okay, let's speed it up. Let's speed it up. Let's get into the spring season. Animal pen. Look, we can have piggies here. Now we need gold. We'll have gold soon. There we go. More piggies. What? How? Oh, these are also still unutilized, so we can have some stuff here. We can also expand, get more people. Let's do that as well, and then we can have more piggies over there. That'll be a lot of piggies. You can even have chicken. So this one, last one was left. There we go. So these are all set. These were supposed to be here, so I accidentally swapped it. That's fine. This is ready. We can have an orchard in there. Chicken coop, or maybe more of the goats and goat meat. I think I'll go for goats, animal pen, and 1 chicken one on the end. And this one, we can have chicken there. We got some chicken coops in this place, and then we have a piggy farm here at the end. So there's a lot of meat production now. Generic storage is full. This one's. We need more people at the storehouse, or we need another storehouse now. I must say, I think we need another storehouse now. How much is the capacity? It's half full. What about the granary? Granary has a lot of space. Granary is doing fine. There we go. Spring is coming. Winters is ending. So, we got our productions up. Let's get some goats in here, and then we'll have 1 more chicken pen in here. Chicken coop. There we go. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff here now. We gotta have a butcher, right? So we gotta have a butcher. We need more houses for level 2 plots, and we'll have a butcher in there. Let's build a couple of houses right here. 3 would be fine. Size is decent. There we go. So once these are complete, we'll take them to level 2. And then we'll have a butcher in them and maybe leave it for some other production. So we were checking if I wanted to check if there is flax. There's a lot of flax and barley. Barley is finished. So that's what we have to balance, because flax and barley are being imported and they cost a lot. We can have a look over here, records. Look at that, 2,400 for that. And flax 2,000, 5,000 gold for this. We're gonna end with this rough stone. And yeah, I guess that's how we're gonna manage, because we need tools. So we're gonna end the trade for rough stone. Rubble stone is there. Redstone is there. Where is the rough stone? Crafting material, rough stone. There we go. We're gonna stop trade there. No trade. I think we've got enough dressed stones now. 95 dressed stones. Or we can even let them keep coming and keep selling them. That would work. Rough stone import, and dressed stone can be sold. Export. Keep 50 and sell the rest. Their demand is low, but we can do that. How about Manor? What does it require? It requires rubble stone or rough stone. Let's have a look. Rubble stone. It requires rubble stone. So we have 36 rubble stone to start off with. So this sells for 3, and you buy rough stone for 13. What kind of a trade is that? No trade. Get lost. We're gonna keep that rough stone to ourselves, dressed stones to ourselves. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Hope you're doing good today. Requirements not met. Yeah, people have to move in, and then we'll get the requirements set. So this guy, and this guy. These were 2 piggies, 3 piggies. There we go. And then we got, let's see if we can see the meat. 9 pork. I think we'll put another piggy there. And we can have 1 more piggy. Let's go 1 more piggy. These are all piggies, and 1 chicken coop, odd one in there. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. How are you? What do you think of my village of Isakhel? We've got our orchard right here. Look at those pears. It's flowering season. Yeah, we gotta put some seeds in here. Where's the pears? Quinces. Oh no, we don't have enough money for that. We can go apples with that, but we can just wait for a minute and maybe we'll get some gold. It's May. We should actually be planting soon enough. No, we could have gone for apples. Now we can go for quinces. All right, let's go for quinces. So we got a long-term crop and a short-term crop. So that's how we're going to manage. So this one, let's take it to level 2. This one, level 2. And this one needs to be filled with people. So where's our timber at and planks? Now the plank production is pretty good. What about charcoal? There it is. 286 charcoal. Yeah, now we're having good productions of the basic items, which we can trade and sell. And we get gold out of it. So we're going to increase our production of sausages so we can sell them more. Veggies is good. The rest of it is okay-ish. clothes and boots are on sale. So let's have our butcher here. We got 2 butchers now. And what else do we need? We do need a blacksmith workshop. Or we can even go for breads. But I think we need a blacksmith workshop first. Who makes spears? Warbows. We can go for weapon production. Let's make shields. Let's make shields and sell shields. So we can like have a good sale. Alright, next up is annual tax is higher than what we have in our pockets. So let's go ransack a camp. 36 people, that is a lot. Come on in, boys. Let's have a war. These guys will pop out as soon as they as soon as they come. Let's make them in a long line so they can like actually, you know what, circle them. And let's make it shield wall, stand ground. Get in here quick, boys. You guys are late. There's the flag bearer. Let's save the game. I want to go first person before it crashes because this game has been crashing a lot. It crashed. See? I knew it. Alright, it's okay. We're just quickly gonna load it. That is the worst cam screen I have ever built. Don't mind it. I'm gonna set it to full screen. Let me fiddle around. Where's my... Okay, the game is starting, so it switched back. So anyways, we were right there in the combat, so we didn't lose anything. Yeah, that is fine. We're going to be loading right where we left. So we're loading back in a minute. That's a good opportunity for drinking water. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope my voice is not too loud now. I did turn down my mic volume a bit, but this mic is now set up right in front of my face. It used to be way up high in this position, in an odd position. Well, the game is taking long. It's normally loading a bit faster than this. I hope the save game doesn't get corrupted. That is also one thing that can happen. So this is basically a pre-released, what do you call it? A patch. It's an experimental patch. Look, those guys are standing still now. Alright, let's just hit them. Be aggressive. We got 36 people on our team and they have 18 people. Let's see if we lose any because we weren't in any kind of a formation. Let's have a look at the battle. Yeah. Yeah, we got them down. We're pinning them down. They're gone. They're all surrounded. So we're ganging them up. All right, that is good. That is good. We did good. All right, boys, you can go back home.
Forward and
No, not in a line. Just stack up here like this. Look at them chanting.
fight as you are.
Run. Run, boys, run. Let's form up. I'm gonna congratulate you guys with the victory by just zooming in. Let's have a look at our guys. 36 people. Let's see how they look. Deselect. Yeah, there we go. They're taking their sweet time to get into a block. Alright guys, just go home. You guys are totally unorganized. Just go home. So we got ourselves quinces here. We got ourselves a butcher here. Let's go to advance. He'll be making sausages. So we can have this mutton production when you have sheeps and lambs. So we can make hides and all that stuff. Nice. So what is this one? Joiner's shop. Advanced. Make shields. Long shields. Large shields. Planks to shields. Planks to small shields. Wooden parts. I don't know where these are used, but let's get this done. And plank production. We can set it to 50. Let's see what the trade is set to. The minimum power at planks, it's 60, so we can have it set to 50. That is fine. And this one will be, I'll make it level 2, but we'll see what we want to build there. So now we've got a shield production going on, so we can stop importing shields and we can start exporting them, and we can keep 10 and the rest can be sold. Just 3? That is so low. I was expecting huge profits, but that's okay. We need more of these sawmills, I guess. I'll build one more of the sawmills. Bandit camp was sighted. Oh, I forgot actually. We were supposed to go and loot this one. Instead, I made my guys go back home. So they've rested, let them come back here. And we've got this guy here who can take care of the dead bodies over here. I've never seen him pick. I don't know if he works. Oh, there he is, he's working. Look at that. He's got them in a cloth. Okay, nice. That is pretty cool. What? Oh, it's a whole family working there, yeah. That is good enough. Look at that graphics. Puddle of water on the roads. Pretty cool, to be honest. Love it. Let's ask them to take over this camp, and then we can actually go and destroy this camp as well. We'll get some gold. We'll put it in our own treasury so we can pay the king's tax. We're cleaning up for the king right now. We have a 50% approval. That is very low. And I don't know how it's showing that low, but it's not fair enough. Because look at that, the bar is way up there. We'll have a look at that later.
Move quickly.
Get it. Where are you guys going? Gather up here.
Pace.
Let them all gather up. Let them all gather up. There we go.
Run.
New message. Belongs to my treasure now. We got some gold, 104. We still need more, so we're gonna march up to this camp over here. We're gonna be forming up right here with a double file.
Faster. Be still.
Let them tank first. Move fast. I don't have patience. There we go. Okay, they're gonna be fighting right in there.
Pick up the pace.
Effectiveness is quite low. Let them form up. Let them form up quickly. 60 shield wall. I think they're all here now. 75 effectiveness. That is low. I don't know why they are fully effective. But let them all clash and then I'm gonna start the push.
Push forward, men.
Double versus half. But they have more efficiency, effectiveness. Alright, we killed them. Quantity over quality. Nice. We got the quantity victory. Let's go. Balanced. Take this. More gold for our treasury so we can pay up. Let's have a look, quick look of more camps. The game crashed? No. So we have more camps in this area over there. Next battle would be there. So we gotta take this region as well. I'm gonna take this region because this is fertile land. We need to grow some stuff for ourselves. 143. There we go. We got ourselves enough gold for the tax. They're tired. Look at that effectiveness, how it affects. That is pretty cool. Once this game is out, it's going to be really awesome. With more military stuff in it, it's going to be pretty good. There we go. They go home, rest, and we'll be on our way to our productions. So what were we doing? Bodies need burial. Yeah, they are getting buried, don't worry. So these guys are talking, discussing what fertilizers they should use. Okay, these guys are on it. So this one is making sausages. Let's see if their sausage production has increased. 33 sausages. Nice. So we got some stuff coming in. They still need more supplies of food. So I believe we need more people in the granary. Let's put in 2 more people in the granary. Storehouse is full. So I guess now it's all set. Let's see. Grains. Grains are left. Our gold, our import-export is still not that good. Where is it? Records. We're selling a lot of veggies. That is good for sure. Planks are not making that much. Barley and flax is our main. We sold some shields. 1 shield. Okay. So we need to build more planks, I guess. We can. What is the trade price of a plank versus the shield? Planks go for 2 and shields go for 1 more. So we can even get this higher to 75. So planks are sold less and the shields are made and shields are sold more. Beverages, animal produce. We're suffering on animal produce. I don't know why. We have chicken, pork, sausages, game meat, chevron. What else do they need? What else do they need? I think the market. We need to build another market. That is what they need. If we're going to be expanding on this side, we can have our market somewhere here. Where's the marketplace? Logistics, residential market. Oh, don't fit in there. So we can have it right there. Let's build another granary and a storehouse. They can be level 1 for now, but later on we can change it. Let's have it here. And where's the storehouse? Let's have a storehouse. One is there, so we can have a... We should have actually had a granary right there. But that's fine. The storehouse can be made here. Actually, no. We should be placing the storehouse somewhere here. For future expansion on that side. These guys take turns and start taking over land. Alright. Wait. Yeah, peace declared. There we go. Well, that's fine. So let's see, how do you expand? Like, I think there's this, and then you make a siege camp. Placing a siege camp allows you to take over near regions like this one. So let's place a siege camp right here. Settlers camp right there. Once I think you get the region, and then you can have a settlers camp. Okay, the road doesn't work like that. Let's see how this works. This is the first time I'm going to be doing this, so this will be interesting for me. Generic storage full. So we can do something like this. We can take out the shields and clothes and boots from here, commodities and military from here, and shift it into this new storehouse. Granary is built. Let's put in some people in there. Let's have 3 people in there. Alright, the storehouse is complete. Let's have 3 people in this. And let's make it into military and commodities only. And let's get that stuff out from here. There we go. So this is military and commodity only. Good. What else options are there? I think this is good enough. This can have all of it. That's fine. Oh, 272 minus. Economy is still suffering. We're importing a lot more than what we're exporting. So we need to find something that has a good price to trade. Tools are being imported right now, but I think those are sold at the same price. So we'll have to like take over the town next to us. So for this, we needed to set up a trade route. It's already there. Okay, we are exporting shields. We need to set up for these clothes and shoes. That's a major trade route, so we need to set those up so we can start earning from them. What's up with this camp? How do we build it? Does a road need to go there? I'll just place it. Let's see if it works. High priority. Or do I have to bring in soldiers to just stand there? Let's see. What does this say? Okay. So you have to have a soldiers on it, closer to it, so they can use the siege equipment. That's how it works, I think. Let's just get into the next region and see if we can claim it. Yeah, these guys can construct this. See, they're making a camp with ladders. Haha, this is pretty awesome. So they're all set. How about we do this? Zoom out. How do we claim? How do we claim? That's new for me. Alright, I guess it's not working like that. We can remove the camp. Can we like place it into a region? No. Can we place it into their region? No. Settlement camp cannot be built in this region. So I gotta figure this out. Meanwhile, these can get disbanded. This thing can be demolished. What is that? Is that a carpet or that's a bug? Or that's a bug. Let's zoom out and see how do you claim with influence. There we go. Claim with King's Fair, claim with influence. Let's press claims towards that. Now we are claiming, and I think we need to have the soldiers inside that area now. Will they all go back home and then come back? Yeah. Let's see if yeah, I think we have it now. So we're gonna have some farmers here.
Shield wall, hold your ground. March.
No one is challenging us, so that is good. We have an iron ore here, so we can start building weapons. And region claimed. Awesome. We just have a king mushroom here. Rich deposit of mushrooms here. So let's get these guys back home, and they can get disbanded, go back to their families, and have a relaxed time of their victory of unchallenged conquered land. All right, they can go home. So now we can build up a settlement here. There we go. So what would be the smartest place to do it? Next to the wild animal camp and that camp. Yeah, that should be fine. Town, farming village. Oh, this is so nice when in future we'll have these options. So right now we only have town. I wanted a farming village, so makes a lot of sense. So we've got this all settled up in 250. Let's have a logging camp right here. Let's build up. Nice. And look at these guys. They're stuck there. Alright, the game is paused. Okay, that's why they were stuck. Alright. We've got ourselves a new setup over here, so we quickly start with firewood and timber. So this place doesn't have much stuff, so we have to like start it from scratch. That's how it works. So we'll have these, some burgage plots, and a hunting cabin. For now, the start is with a hunting cabin. There we go. I think this is a decent enough setup for a beginning village. So we've expanded to a new region. This is a first for me. I have never done this. And we'll be growing ourselves into this town so we can have Burgage level 3 plots. Look, now the animal produce, and that is fulfilled. We only need to fulfill the grains and we'll have a level 3 fully supplied house. I think that's what you would say. Alright. So we've got some income coming in as well. I hope we get to 700 so we can open up trade for leather boots and stuff. Let's quickly rally up our people and go for combat and raid this camp right there. Mushroom supply. So mushroom supply again. The herbs are, those guys are these guys are out of food already. Don't worry guys, I'll have you covered in a bit. So that's where the mushrooms can be gathered. Oh yeah, we do need a storehouse and a granary. So first storehouse. And second granary would be at a low priority somewhere here. I guess this would be fine. Let's see what the farming thing looks like. Emmer, so that is not where the warehouse should be. Flax, barley, flax. So that is the fertile region on that side. So I'm gonna place the granary somewhere here. What else do we need? We need houses next and water well. Alright, we need to have this built highest priority and then the rest of the stuff. So our people are happy here. 83% approval. Yeah, that is what I call approval. That is pretty good. Look at that. Everyone is happy here. So these quinces have started giving us some production. Let's see, food. Lots of sausages, no mutton. Come on, beef, chicken, small game, no fish, carrots, cabbages, beets, no pears and quinces. We've got some fruit there. Milk and eggs. Nice. So we've got decent productions going on. I'm happy. Let's get these guys onto work. Chop. Yes, sir. You need to work here. And one guy needs to work here. Firewood. And the hunting camp has to be very high so that they start getting food at least. Our berries will be very far. Mushrooms will be very far out. We're gonna set it to medium, low priority. Let's get those things first. And then we gotta build these guys some houses. They need shelter. They are my people. Let's name this place Jalpana. That is my actual ancestral second town where we actually do the farming. So this game is actually going exactly to what my ancestors have gone through. The town of Isakhel was a sandy place next to a river. Not like it's not next to a river, but at that time it was infertile and tough to farm with. Hence, the second town was taken over by them. Not taken over. That was bought from the British Empire at that time. So they bought a huge chunk of land and started farming there. So yeah, now both the towns can be farmed because of irrigation and all that. That's where I come in today's timeline. I'm actually farming in Jalpana right now. So this is all set. We've got some production and stuff going on in here. We'll be making a charcoal kiln. Where is it? There it is. Right here. Royal tax increased. We don't even have the money for the previous one, and these guys are increasing. And before that, we should be building houses. Where to? The houses should be placed somewhere here. 5 houses. Should we give them vegetable farms as well? Yeah, we could give them vegetable farms. Let's make it like this. Two farms in this. Vegetable farms. Rest of the houses can come on this side. So I'm gonna be building 2 farms here. There we go. 1 vegetable farm. It will have 2 housing, so that is good enough. We only need a couple of housing over here to start with. Why isn't this working? Oh, it requires more wood, so we'll have to wait for the timber. So let me start off with these 2 houses first. Charcoal kiln. We can place a guy in there. He could start using the firewood and convert it to that. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you are enjoying your day. We have our camp. We need to put a guy in there. Alright, this is all good now. They've got some food coming in. This one is ready. Let's quickly expand it. How many timber do we have here? 7. So we need 1 more for the Burgage plot on this side. 8. 7. It's still 7. Alright, let's just... Oh, there's 8. Now let's build it. There we go. Season is changing, and poor guys must be living in some tents right here. Some of them have to suffer this winter, but in the next winter we'll be up and ready. Leaving the settlement. Don't leave. I'll set you up. Don't worry. I'll set you up, guys. Don't leave so soon. Oh, I forgot my army is standing here. Yeah, move out. Move out. Move out. Why aren't they moving? Oh, there was some lag. Let's take them to this spot here. There's the camp. Let's make them stand on this side. Bandit camp was sighted. Where's this bandit camp now? I hope it's not in our region. No, it's not. So this one is another wild animal deposit with rich resources. This is the next region maybe that I will be taking over. So are they coming out? Or is it already empty? Looks like it's already empty. Yeah, it's already empty. Cold in Jalpana. Yeah, I know. Let me quickly grab this. You can rush to it. And we need this treasure to ourselves. And let's get these guys back home. Now let's have a look at this. So we got some housing to make. Let's quickly get done with that. That's good enough. So this should be sufficient enough for these guys to flourish. And veggies. Veggies. We need planks. We need plank production first, and then we can go for veggies. They have fuel, they have no food. Hunters, what are you guys doing here? Start hunting. There should be a system to barter trade, I think, which I need to figure out. But let's hope it works out for these guys here. Generic storage full, generic storage full. So we gotta upgrade this one. It's already full. What about this? This is fine. How's the trade going? We got 875 gold. So, we can quickly open up that trade route we were looking forward to. Like the one where we sell shoes. Shoes go for good 700. There we go. We've opened up the trade route for shoes. 7 gold per shoe. That is pretty good. Better than clothes. I don't think we need to sell clothes. Shoes can do the job. So now we've got ourselves a good trade. There's food shortage here too? No, it's... What is it? Fuel. Fuel shortage there. So we gotta probably get the charcoal thing to a bit more. Like 100 for us. We can keep 100. And we gotta have more kilns. How much firewood do we have? We have 0 firewood. Oh, that's something to do with this woodcutter's camp. You gotta start chopping here. Yeah, there we go. So these guys were chilling out, not doing anything. And look at this red signs. Leaving. Running out of fuel. Yeah, that is fine. We figured that out. It's gonna work out, don't worry. So we got these houses getting built. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think a house for everyone is ready now. So Jalpana is fine. Granary, we'll need more people as soon as they come in. Let the winters pass. I'll just be back in a second. Don't leave. Coming back. All right. So, what is happening? Hunger. Oh no, my people are getting hungry. I think I have failed my first settlement. Let's see how it goes. They've got the houses ready. Let's put more hunters there so that they can get some food. And let's make a sawmill. We gotta make a sawmill first. Right here. We've got one more population moving in. That is good. That is nice. Another ruler's army in debt. We are in debt of the king. And what is happening here? I hope no one is taking over some land. No. No. Oh, these guys, these poor guys. You gotta be dismissed, boys. Go back home. Alright, someone is moving around from here. Sneaking around my borders. That is creepy. Alright, saw pit is complete. Let's quickly get a guy up in here. Look at that. There's the army. They've got a huge army. Running around. What's up, boys? Archers and archers. So there's 2 squads of archers. Alright, this is annoying. This game keeps giving you this army sighted. Let me see if we can actually gameplay. Always display reaction when enemies spotted. Slow down, pause, do nothing. The notifications will still, I think, keep popping up. So bodies need burial. There's people dying in this town. Poor people. Well, now they're safe and sound. Hunger, and hunger is... Ugh, this sound is so annoying. Let's get the forager's hut started running. No, there's no more people there. So we're gonna have some food supplies starting in this town. So this will be also set up soon enough. People lost their lives to set that town up. Where's my trees there? Rendering. They should have a rendering distance for that. This one is still empty. We can start making war bows for a start. Who makes spears? Where's the guy who makes spears? Blacksmiths. They can make spears and tools. So we'll have blacksmiths in the other town, but we can have war bows started here. So we can have our own archers, a squad of archers. So this one only requires grains now. As long as we have, we can stabilize our economy. I'm not gonna import the grains. So right now, what do we have in excess? In excess, we have not much except for veggies. Veggies are flourishing. Firewood, woodcutter's lodge. Go, one more guy in there. Now I think we do need a guy to plant trees. This place is getting naked. Okay, what is up here? Requires food. So can we try and do that barter? Or that bell is quite high in volume. Yeah, where is that barter thingy? Barter, livestock trading, pack station. Yeah, trading post and pack station. I think this is the pack station which can actually barter trade. Let's see how this works. Everyone is working here, so someone is required to be free so that it can build that. I see something. Yeah. Okay, I think this is fine. We can actually let go of that. And as soon as we get more families, we can have more people working in this town. On this charcoal kiln, the logging camp. Rest is okayish. What is up with food? Work area is this area, boy. Hunt. Actually, I don't need the work area to be set, but how many animals are there? 15. You guys can leave 10 and then hunt the rest. Adds a chance for wild animals to produce 2 offerings instead of 1. That is good. And for berries and mushrooms to grow 1 more resource per clump. That is pretty cool. That is good. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? We are trying to set up our town. I think we should have more people in this one too. We are trying to set up a new settlement right next to our original town. So that's what we're struggling with right now. And we do need money, gold in our own treasury. We owe the king a lot now. All right, let's build the manor. I guess that small hut is a manor. That's not a cool one. Right, where should we have it? I believe this is a good spot. A beautiful spot, not a tactically good one. This top area is a good spot. And this is an open spot. So I'm gonna go with this tactical one. It's closer to the house as well. Houses, the colony. Alright, that's a castle planner. Now that's something new as well. What do? Construction cost is right here. We can do some stuff here. We're gonna have an outer tower, a garrison tower. Tax office. Cosmetic only, okay. Garrison tower. The outer tower is cheaper. Let's have an outer tower first. I think this spot would be good enough. And a garrison tower. Right here in the jungle. This should have been here. And that would have been... That's fine. Let's just start off, then we'll see. So we don't have dress stone enough. How can we remove this? Yeah, we can just remove it. We can just build these 2 right now. We can have the rest built later on. So this is for a start. Do we have to connect it? I don't think we have to connect it. It's just aesthetic. There we go. Let's build our manor and start taxing our people over here who are actually enjoying a luxurious life, not like these people here. These guys are starving. All right, we got more families moving in, so more people in the berries. Hunters are good, full. More people in the mushroom collection. As soon as it gets upgraded. So we got our boyer. I don't know how to pronounce that. Butcher, joiners, and boyers shop. We're gonna be making planks, using planks to make war bows, and we're gonna be leaving the planks at the same point as we said, 60. We gotta make more sawmills here, I think. What's up with the logging camp? They're still chopping off trees and they're fine. Let's where's the work area? We'll define the work area here. Woodcutter's Lodge. Work area is here. Let them chop these. firewood. We need more firewood now. I think we'll make another woodcutter now. It's time. That can be here, right next to these guys. Oh god. Taxes are increasing. Is there construction going on? Yeah, there's construction going on. Our house, finally. We earned ourselves a house. Should have been done a lot earlier. So we have enough food. We have low fuel. That is something we need to take care of, which we are. So I believe so. We're doing good. We're still good. This one is suffering a lot, but there's more people coming in. I'm pretty sure this one is done, upgraded. There we go. We'll put 3 people here, and 1 can be left for construction and stuff. Let's make a pit. The pit should be placed here. Let's have 1 guy in there so he can clear up the bodies. Did we upgrade this? Yep, this one is upgraded. So we have to make veggies over here. There we go. Veggie plot. And this one also a veggie plot. One of this can be chicken. There we go. Now they'll be happy enough. Don't worry. Now we have no seed money. So let's wait till we have some money. We'll put in some carrot production there. Let's see. This is high yield of cabbages and takes roughly 18 weeks. This takes 14 weeks and this one is 10 weeks. We can grow a patch of beetroot and a patch of carrots. There we go. We got 1 more guy. He can go work there for a while, spend his time. Let's see. Pantry is full. Forager's hut. Jalpana. Yeah, we need a guy in the granary. So since there's no construction going on, 1 guy can be put there. Let's place a marketplace. We do not forget. Let's place it right here. There we go. That's a marketplace right there. Now the people from the granary and the storehouse can actually place their stalls. Do we need more housing? Yeah, I think we do need more housing. That was an intensely loud music, I just realized. We have no logs. It's slightly confusing when you start off with a new settlement. I think this guy is done working with the dead bodies. He can go back to this lumber camp. And now we do have some food here, and we do have a lot of firewood.
Spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new ship.
So we're gonna have to wait for the timber to come in. Let me save the game since I accidentally pressed it. There we go. Is the issue is resolved here? 3 months of fuel. Getting better. Let's place a... It's still under construction. That's quite slow. No, there we go. It's done. 1 guy can go in there, start chopping wood anywhere he wants. Anywhere he wants. It's not close to this guy. Hunters. Alright, we got our manor. We got our manor. Let's stockpile 2 of this. We could put people in this in the previous patches. I think they've removed that. Alright, we can get 2% on the church and 10% are taxes. That is good. If we do this, it's 14%. 10% is fine. Now we're gonna get our income into treasury. That's how it's gonna work. Generic storage full, exposed goods. Yeah, I know. We gotta have some timber to start off with new houses here. And there we go. Let's put a stretch of a house. Oh, this is a market. Damn. Game crash? No, saving. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. We don't have enough timber. Okay, we have 5. Let's start off with 3 houses at least. Okay, no. 2 houses. No, I need workshop area at the back. Oh, that's a funny kind of population. I would love that. Let's see how that shapes up into. All right, we've got some houses over here that have to be built. We can give this guy or this guy a break. Let's give this guy a break and he can construct the houses. More people move in, more fun we have. We need gold. We need to start the production. Need to start the production here. All right, they've got enough food now. They're happy. I think we can take out one guy from here. And we can put it into the storehouse. More management. There we go. What do these guys have? These guys can have chicken. And then they're going to be mining. This is going to be a mining town. Then I'm going to shift it into a agricultural zone. Since it has fertile land. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So let's see how this eventually turns out to be. Let's slow the game a bit down. We've got some room now for more people to shift in. Let them come in. We got one more guy, so we can place this here and go back to our Isakhel. 971. So this has a separate wealth thing and that has a separate wealth thing. Regional wealth, I think it's defined in the words that it's regional wealth, not overall. So yeah, I don't know, then I have to like probably do some trading before we can do anything else. Barter trade, stable says, advance, barter partner, Isakhel, send charcoal, I guess. For now we can send charcoal. And we do have mushrooms that we can send to. Let's send charcoal and receive. Can we receive gold? This is interesting. I like this. Yarn clothes may. We actually don't need anything to be received here, so we can just send in charcoal. That is pretty cool, right? We can send pelts. No, this is receive. Receive nothing. So we're gonna send pelts there for trading. They can trade. Both must. That's not that shouldn't be a necessary thing, but fine if you want it. Planks, herbs, wool, rough stone. So we don't have rough stone there. We can just say carp or fish. We don't have fish there, so we can just make it work like that. Assign a worker. No, we need money for a donkey here. So I think we'll just build a trade house first. Trading post right here. Highly unplanned town, Jalpana. Yeah, we're just gonna make it so that we have agri land and access to iron and clay. We've got more stone here too. So eventually we'll barter some mushrooms to that side. Where is it? Eggs, mushrooms, 91. We already have mushrooms, so we can be sending mushrooms as soon as we get some money for the donkey and set up these veggie farms. We're gonna grow beetroot here. It's gonna be quick and it's gonna fill their tummies. Then we'll have large farms and get the barter system to work and take that stuff to there for the bakery and stuff. The grains, these guys need grains. That's how it's gonna be then. So this is a large storehouse. We do need more housing here now. That is actually interesting that these guys are working so hard and their demands are fulfilled. Interesting odd-shaped plots are my thing. Alright guys, keep watching. I'll just be back in a second. I need to just turn on my microwave. Wife is getting hungry. Alright, I'm back. Let's see where our adventure is taking us. It's getting difficult to manage 2 settlements just to meet the requirements of these level 3 plots. Once we have our farming set up there, we'll have a lot of silver gathering up in this town because we'll be producing our own flax and barley. So where's our firewood count? Now it's working perfectly fine. I think we do need more food production here. Since the population is growing, they're eating up everything. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. Do like and subscribe. It will help my algorithm. It will help me grow. And yeah, I stream multiple games, so join in anytime and see what I'm playing. That's the kind of schedule I have. There's no schedule technically. That's what I mean. So we've got 3 people in here now. So we can actually put in some people here and there to work. What's the firewood status here? Charcoal. Let's add, oh, yep. Yeah, let's add 1 guy in here. In there, storehouse is fine. We needed a guy in here. So there we go. This is all set. Actually, why here? Let's take him out and put him in the trading station. And these guys should start trading with charcoal. Export charcoal. Keep 50 of it. 40 of it. 40 should be enough. Let's see. So For this, we can work on that later. Trade house can start exporting charcoal from here. There's no other production other than planks. We've got how many planks in here? Yeah, we can sell pelts too. Kind of forgot. That is the starter good that you have to sell. I always thought that you can produce something from that, but it's actually you just sell that. That's for selling. So that's the only resource that you just sell off completely. And it gives you good money. So that's how it works. We got 2 resources from this town being exported, and this one is expanding. We got more houses coming in. We do not need to increase the capacity of the granary. We've got a lot of honey in there. We can start exporting honey as well. Let's export honey as well. Let's see. We've got a lot of berries. Let's start exporting berries. We can keep 80 and sell the rest. What else do we have? Quinces is fine. They can stay here. Eggs are staying. Small game, chicken, carrots. Carrots are 80. That is fine. You know, I have goldfish memory. What was I doing? What was I exporting? Honey. Yeah, commodities. Commodity. Is it a commodity? No, crafting material. Honey is crafting material? What does it craft into? Export. Let's keep 50 and sell the rest. 50 and sell the rest. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves more trade. Oh, you give stuff in return of that money you get from the church. Where's our pastor? There. Alright, alright. We're gonna be getting more people in soon. These guys can have production of more apiaries. Let's put 2 more. We got more honey production going on, and we can have chicken, pork, mutton, sausages, Shivan. We can have more goats. I guess we can have more goats. Or maybe pigs. I'm gonna go with pigs. We have eggs, milk. Pigs because we're producing sausages and selling them, so that's good. I'm checking out some resources that what is happening there. We got linen, we got leather. So what do these goats give? They got Shivan and milk, that's it. They don't give you hides, right? So we don't need hides in there. You can go all out honey, since these farming is affected with that. Where is it? Apiary, look at that. Current effects 44%. That is good. Jalpana still has stocks out there. Okay. We need another housemaid here. Where was it? There was one house that could be upgraded. I don't think there was. My bad. There wasn't. Alright, let's build a couple of more houses here. Why is there no guy in there? Oh, there is a guy, but these guys might be where is it? The sawmill, saw pit. This might be using up all the timber. Yeah, there we go. We gotta have at least 10 to 12 of the timbers before we can use a saw pit to like finish it off.
I wonder who's floating away today. Nothing stops us them all.
So where's the gold? 25. Can we make no, we can't. Alright, there's commotion at the back of my house. Alright, I think this is fine-ish right now. Is there development that we can do in this? Yeah, there is development in this. So that is nice. We can find out. We have a card to play on every settlement that we have. So I'm gonna go with farming one. Efficient farming at elevation, cheaper animal imports, increased mining labor speed. This one? It's not that of a interesting one. All right, so I think this is the only one that is related to farming. So I'm gonna go with this. So this is efficient farming at elevation, cheaper animal imports, increased mining labor speed. So this is good. This is fine. Let's build in more houses. So we need 6 logs to start off with. So we are short 2. So there's chopping going on in there. Yeah, there it is. So we're earning enough gold now so we can pay off our tax. That is good. We've got enough food supply, fuel supply. That is awesome. I think this is all set. And now we're gonna go with farming on this land. That is the next objective. We'll need some population first. Let's get that population going on. And then we start off with farming. That's farming right there. Fields, farmhouse, pasture, sheeps, windmill. We're gonna go with a farmhouse. And flax, barley, rye. I think we're gonna go with barley first, so that we can have our own production for the beer that Isakhel requires. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Today, I think people are actually tuning into my channel to watch a game. Thank you so much for joining in. Do drop a like and do subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd appreciate it. That would help my channel. So, things are calm right now because we are trying to expand into the new region, and these houses are still empty. I don't know why. All right, we're trying to expand into this new region, and we want to start off with farming. So we need to actually have some population here for the farmers to work at the farmhouse, and we're gonna start with barley so we can brew our own beer. And then we'll be trading with this, what do you call, a pack station to take stuff from Jalpana to Isakhel. That is how it's going to be. So it's going to be interesting. That is the first time I'm doing this in this game. So we can actually now make a path that can directly connect to this point. Cross border. There we go. We've got 2 connections now. And a shortcut right here. It's a must. There we go. Perfect. Our 2 towns are connected now. So these houses are built. The approval rating is slightly less, but
What does have a certain
it's okay-ish.
angle?
I think we need more people in the granary and storehouse. Let's put one more guy in here and see if this works when he constructs the food stall. Where's the approval rating? I think it increased. What do they need? They need church access and water access. Where's the water access? Oh, that is why they're suffering. Okay, that's an easy one. They're gonna be happy with the water supply. There we go. They can have the water, and I'm gonna build a church right here. I think this would be a nice spot for a church in this town. So now these guys will be happy, and more people will be moving in pretty much soon. Yeah, there we go. Approval rating rising up. What is the other small hut that I'm seeing? Oh, it's amenities, so church is left. So there we go. It's jumping up. we did not give them water. I don't know how they survived a whole year, maybe more. So this is a self-sufficient town now, and we've got some earning coming in. It's 49. We were supposed to buy veggies, so we're gonna have to wait more till this works out. And we do want an apiary here so that it increases the farming production in this whole region. So that's important for this town. And look at that, our economy in Isakhel is now stable. It's like 1,000 gold. We're growing, and this is all set. And the marketplace is almost full. I think it is full. There's no spare space in this. You can actually have dedicated markets with the resource selection there. That would be interesting. You can make like small markets and all that in different places. Look at that. People moved in. People stormed in, actually. No, they didn't storm in. It was just the notifications that were storming in. But it's winters. Let's just let the winters pass, and then we'll see what to do here. Charcoal and pelts. That is what we're trading right here. We can have more people in the kiln. Planks. We can also trade planks. Why not? Coal. Export. And keep planks at 50. Rest they can sell it off. So it's cold, but we do have fuel, so it's just cold. That's just a warning message that you should have your supplies ready. The weather is changing. It's February, so it's going to be summer soon. Spring and then summer. So 57 gold. We're still lagging behind. We need that quick. Meanwhile, we can build a bit more of the Burgage plots here. Yeah, that went odd, but that's fine. We can have one guy in this now. Sell that more. Treasury. The tax is getting higher and higher. That is insane. So now look at that approval rating. Perfect. And it's showing stalls, so we need meat. Meat is what we are lacking right now. So what we can do is, let's place one guy here. Advanced. We can send pelts rather than sending pelts since they're already going. We can get some meat from that side. Game meat, yeah. Yeah, that would work. Small game. Let's receive small game. Yeah, small game. And let's send fish. Let's see if it works since we don't. Or we can just select where is barley. Future crop that we're gonna send there. Or we'll send malt. Let it process here and just send malt there. There we go. Barter value 2x. When moving things between regions, the exchange value of good needs to match. For instance, if you exchange iron, let's say 14 silver per unit for firewood at 7 silver per unit barrage. I do not understand this. If someone knows, they can like drop in a message and let me know how that works. Should we first get this? Yeah, I think that was a smart move. Food supply should be first, and then second we can have that ox there. I don't know now if barter system is working or not, but we'll figure that out soon. So the population here is full again. People are loving this town now. The deaths were worthwhile. The people who sacrificed for building this town, they'd be happy now in their graves. There we go, 3 more houses. So we got a storehouse that is full. We can expand that. And granary is, there's plenty of space there, so that is fine. What's up with the tax increasing? We have these 2 regions. The third one would be that one if we take over, and then we're gonna have to start building armies. That's what I like about this game. This game is a full management game where you have to actually spend time to manage your population and their requirements, and along with that you get to build your army, and that is also these villagers who just arm up and then go for combat. That is pretty cool. This game is actually pretty cool. So yeah, recommended game if you're into city builders. So since this one has a combat element to it as well, so it's pretty cool. 34 gold. We need 60 for these. So I guess we can grab this one. Animal mule. Stable space 2x2. Yeah. Pack station now has a mule. Let's see when it comes. It's gonna take some time, I guess. Hello, welcome to the stream. Did you just rang the doorbell? If you heard that, my house bell rang and suddenly a guy popped up in the stream. Okay, I don't think we can see the mule right now. It's gonna take time. There. Okay. So we've got 2 more houses and third one is on the way. And there we go. It's almost done. There we go. We've got more population moving in. So this is going pretty fine. And so is this town. We've got 78 animals here. What I have to do right now is I have to start up the agricultural setup in Jalpana. I think this one is stable right now. So let's just leave it here. It can keep gathering the regional wealth. The one thing that I have to do is let these guys have no work area limitation. They can go anywhere and chop it off. So I hope they don't come on this side, but they can go chop it off on that side. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, we can leave this. What is this? Building requires maintenance. Okay, I think we need to increase the import on our tools right here. I keep forgetting where they go. There it is. So we can increase it to 8. Isakhel being claimed. No, that can't be claimed. By this guy? Perhaps silver. Settling rather than raiding. That's interesting. But let's just try this out if it goes peacefully. Keys declared. There we go. So this is, I think, just for the sake of being a beta version of the game. You can actually just tell them that you're not up for the battle. Let's just have peace. So, yep, that's good enough for the start. But this will be actually pretty challenging when they launch. And if they have this, you can do this a couple of times, or probably some matters do matter where you can push the other person not to attack and have a peace treaty. So yeah, probably making them aggressive more. Like even if we send that message out and they do not like want to have peace, they just still storm in. That would be nice. That is a lot of charcoal right there. What is happening here? Sell charcoal, buddies. So you can actually manage your trade. Like you can actually manage your trade with the prices that are going up. You can sell those, and the ones that are going down, you can retain those, store those, and sell them later. But that is too deep to go into. So do we have to like where's the requirements of the houses? We need meats and animal piece. Produce. Thank you. So I'm gonna put some chicken, but first let's go again with this and have 1 chicken coop. Yeah, I think this is workable. We'll have chicken in this spot. So it's just level 1 housing over here. We're gonna keep it at basic level, and we're gonna just trade stuff from there and start the farming. We have 4 workers right now, so I think we can actually build our first farmhouse right here. Where's the barley? So we can build our farm right here and have our field next to it on the green patch. That's our first farmhouse. First farmhouse in the whole game. Yeah. So from background, I'm actually a farmer. I love farms in games. I just love to build those farms and all that. So in this game, I actually uh, was really surprised that normally farms in games are just one block, or like in City Skylines or in whatever city building games, they don't look like actual farms at times. So yeah, in this game you can actually lay out your farm by your own choice, and you can like rotate crops and stuff. Yeah, that is good enough detail for a city builder, I'm sure. So I love that. So yeah, even in Farming Simulator, I love playing Farming Simulator. It was not a simulator, it's an arcade farming game. Come on. So I would want to see that game grow as well into a simulator someday, or maybe a competition that comes. I would love to play that game. So our first farmhouse, we'll have our fields. We can already have the field set. Let's go barley. Where's flax? Flax is on this end, so we'll have a flax field on that end. And let's have our barley field right here. Let's build a field like this. We're gonna have small patches. One field. Two field. Let's just keep it on this side for now, and then we have the other end as well, like this patch as well. So we're gonna be growing barley, crop rotation on, fallow, and then barley again. This is just going to be barley at all times. Crop rotation on, fallow, and barley. You can even do this, fallow, yeah, like that. So it's a bit buggy, the system. Automatically clicks at times. There we go. So you got 3 fields right here. It's October. Technically it should be time to start the crop. Let's have 2 people, 3 people in here. 3 fields, 3 people. They'll actually work on one field together and then move on to the next one. There we go. Let's watch them in 4x. Okay, maybe 4x is fine. Let's save. Let's save. Save is a must in this game. It crashes. I was about to do that first person thingy. Let's go in the first person thingy. Yeah, it did not crash. Let's see the farm. Alright, boys and girls. Keep plowing with your hands. I'm gonna give you more equipment soon. I'm gonna give you an ox and a plow. Since there's no tractors in this era. Did he say something? Did you say something to me? Hey, start working. Yeah, good boy. I know you're my slave. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the farmhouse. They're plowing this. Look at that. This plowed area is darker and the other one is lighter. So that's pretty cool. They have something going on. This land looks really fertile. It actually does look fertile. I wish my farmland was this good looking with the soil texture and all. So that's the farmhouse right there. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good day or maybe a good night. It's kind of empty. Can I go in? Yeah, I can go in. It's all dark. Oh, look, we're inside the farmhouse. Nice. We can walk into the buildings. What's here? This is storage space. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's go. Our first farm in this whole game. I normally start off with farms, but this time I took a different path because farming is the lowest tier of the things. It takes a lot more and gives you back a little, just like in real life. Yeah, there's more effort and less return. All right, let's go. Let's build some more houses now. We'll need, excuse me, housing for some farmers. Let's make a layout a grid here. There we go. No, let's make them face towards the farm, since these are the residents of the farm. 12, not enough goods. 12, I need 12 wood. Okay, so we set up the sawmill at 10, right? Yeah, let's make it 12. Let there be more timber stored. 216 planks, that is a lot. As soon as it hits 12, we're gonna build some houses here, so we'll have more labor on the farms that can work, and we can actually have more farming going on here. So this one is fallow for now. This one is barley. No, this one is also fallow. See this this messes up. It should be barley, fallow land, and then barley. That's how it's going to be. So this one is fallow barley, and this one is the same as this one. We'll alternate the crops there. We do want to build more fields on this side. Just for aesthetics, let's bring that road from here to connect to this point, and let's make a field on this side. This one is going to be slightly larger. Look at that. That is pretty. So let's see, where's the overlay that shows you fertility and stuff? There it is. Emmer, flax, barley, rye, emmer. Emmer is green on this end. We can have barley. We can start having emmer on this and barley on that side. Look at that, there's going to be smell and fire hazards later on in the game. So, emmer. I'm confused. Should I go barley on these two? Yeah, I think I'll go barley with every one of them right now. So I'm liking that they give a percentage right there. At least you know what's happening. Oh, you can grow rye now. That is nice. When I played last, you didn't have that option. So they're gonna be planting. This one can be fallow for the first year. Sorry, my bad. They started working on it, but it's okay. We need more people in here. So this one is already growing. That is pretty cool. This one is still being plowed. So yeah, where were we? We were building housing. Nice. Farmers, gather up. So we'll be building these fields, and I don't know how many fields can one farmhouse maintain, but Threshing priority medium, yeah. Let's upgrade this, and we have 30 gold, so we might be able to even get oh, there's our donkey. Nice. We got a donkey in there. I gotta take a screenshot of this guy. And let's have a screenshot of our fields. There we go. Our thumbnails for future. Work area is empty. So forager's hut, we can reduce one. No, actually we shouldn't reduce one over here because this is a king resource. Like it's a never-ending rich deposit. So 2 people can be doing that job. And they have that herb thing, right? Upgraded. Yep, they've already been upgraded for the medicinal herbs. And let's see. How long does it take for these guys to build these huts over here? Let's have a look at there. Is everything all right? Yep, everything looks good. What about the resources? There's timber, there's plank. Food is fine. Too much charcoal. Too many clothes. So shoes are being traded. That's why our whole economy kind of bumped up. I'm assuming. Let's see. Where's the shoes? No, not really. It's the carrots and all that stuff. So we're gonna soon be building our own bear. So we'll have 2,500 silver that we can stop trading. Since we have a lot of it, that silver right now, we can actually start up the trade route for clothes. There we go. Clothes are unlocked. In future, when we're building with our own resources, it's gonna help us a lot there. Okay, winters have arrived. Let's see what this happens. I think it stops growing. Burn field? No, I don't want to burn the field. So predicted harvest is 71 resources of that. And rest of them are still being prepared. So next year is going to be our crop year. Look at that. We've got enough tax collection going on. That is pretty decent. We are flourishing. So this was my first try in Manor Lords after this recent patch, and I'm playing this after probably a couple of months, more than 6 months, maybe a year. And yeah, the start was amazing. And then the tier 2 housing, we got that done. We did have some trouble in there, but that was my bad. And we got that done as well. Now tier 3 housing, we can increase the level of houses and get them to tier 3. Tier 3 housing will give us more silver income for the regional wealth. And also there'll be I think in tier 4 you can get one more added person into the house. So you don't have to expand more. You're going upwards, constructing upwards. Smart for 14th century. Apartment buildings of the 14th century. That is pretty cool. Rubble. What? What happened? My church is broken? When did this happen? Is there access to the church? Yeah, it's gone. So why can't we repair it? It requires rough stone. So we need rough stone. We need to trade some rough stone. Rubble stone or rough stone? Let me check. I think it's rubble stone. I'm gonna have to see. Let's at least start the import. 10 of this. Whenever I celebrate, something bad happens. Rough stone is this. All right, good enough, good enough. So we need rubble stone to repair that. What else is broken? It should have just mentioned that it's broken, but it did not. We've got a lot of logs here. So I think we can put in more people in this storehouse. 2 more people here. Bows. We're building bows. Let's start trading bows. War bows. Export. Is this a minor trade? It's a major trade, so we will need to... let's keep 36 at least, and we'll need to open up a trade route for that. That is open. What else are we... So all of them are good. Now we're all good. Spears we're importing. What else is exported? We have the trade routes there. We have the trade route there. So for charcoal, did we open up a trade route in that Jalpana town? Let me go and check that. I think all is set right now. We are doing pretty good.
Summer's coming soon.
These are the main expensive crops that we're getting. So yeah, let's see if we set up the charcoal trade route. No, we did not. We need to spend 20. Establish a trade route. There we go. Now we're gonna get to sell charcoal in this town. That's why it was like gathering up. 83. So we have more to build here, like chicken. Let's get some chicken in here, and then we can actually go for a sheep farm as well. We could do that. We could do that. A sheep farm. That would be interesting. Gonna drink some water. This one is growing now. It's gonna be harvested soon. And this is still plowing. Those are rest of them are still plowing. We can add more people into this. Save. Do not crash, just save. Let's add a lot of more people in here. There we go. Now things will be fast enough. Okay. No. We're gonna be fighting the battle, and we're gonna be begging them to let go. Alright, so where was I? Peace declared. Write back. I'm gonna write back if there's the option. No, there's no option there. Where's that? Yeah, we need that livestock in there. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong, but the game is dropping frames. Okay, now it's working fine. Look at that amount of people. Now this actually projects an actual farming scenario. Actually, now I should be taking a picture where we even have an ox that is plowing. Look at that. That is pretty cool. And they're throwing grain. Amazing work by these guys. Let me see if I can bring in the farmhouse as well. There. That's a nice picture, right? Let me take one right here and then let's press play and see some action. Look at that guy throwing grain. Amazing. That's actually how it works. Excuse me. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. Now that guy with the ox, he moves and it's like a chunk of it like suddenly changes the color. Or maybe I may be wrong. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. So that guy is gonna do it faster. We can have more livestock in there. We got the gold, we can have more. Next year maybe. The building requires maintenance. Yeah, so in trading over here we need to get tools. Import tools. 4 should be enough. Should I set the trade route? No, I don't think so. We can set the trade route on planks. Or yeah, planks. We can set the trade route on planks. So we will be stepping into the mining next, but first farming, so that we can meet our requirements for these guys. So where's our rubble stone? I'm waiting for the rubble stone. We need to repair the church. Minus 21. I hope that's rubble stone. No. I need rubble stone. Livestock. So we can have more horses in here. That's worker. 60 gold for more horses for trade, more faster trade. This is full. Yeah, this is full. And where's the other one? This one is also full, and I think this one is also full. Where is it? There it is. These stables are full. Oh, there is space for one. So we can get a horse here. 3 horses. Let's see if this fills up automatically or not. I think we need to press it. Horse, horse, horse. Yeah. There we go. So we've got this working out for us, and the trees are gone. It's the logging camp, right? That's the one where timber is still hanging around. I think we need more of the oxes here. A hitching post is required. Let's have a hitching post on this end. And we'll get ox in there. What's wrong with the trade, man? This is too uncertain. I need rough stone. Isakhel is being claimed. Trader will be available in 4 days. No, you can't claim Isakhel. Please, no. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me till I have an army to destroy you guys. That's the amount of time I need. Right back, I'll say thank you to him. Okay, I can't. So, this is taken out by blue. Yeah, that's already taken over by blue. Or is it just a blue border? Yeah, it's already taken by blue. This area is taken by green. Look at that. Look at that, how they build. That's like a proper village. Pretty cool, right? That is awesome. I like it. What about this guy? It's a similar kind of a pattern, but different. Look at the vegetable patches and lengths. Love it. Pretty cool. Never saw these. And over here we are. So I guess we can expand into more fields already. Emmer or flax? Flax. Let's get a... Let's have them in lengths. Like this. 1, 2, and 3. 3 can be all the way there. No. It won't make the curve. Alright, it doesn't make a curve, so let's have it like this. I'm gonna make a road there. There we go. So this one, July, so they can quickly go plant flax, crop rotation, fallow, and then flax again. Flax, fallow, flax again. You do know that if I noticed this in the previous patches, I'm sure they have it in this one too. You can grow something else and then grow the second crop, and you'll get more percentage out of it. Like 69 in flax, and okay, it's not working right now, but I think it's they do it like this. If you rotate the crop to a different crop in the same field, which is naturally also done in farming, so that improves the fertility of the soil. So you can't plant same crop again and again on the same soil, so it reduces the production and stuff. I don't know if our granary will be able to handle all of these crops. We should be upgrading it. Rough stone. So let's place a stone collector, stone gatherer right here. We've got a lot of people. You can even add them into the farm. 2 more people in the farm. What is this? No assigned oxen? Oh. Where's our ox on the hitching field? I think they took it. The farmers took it. The farmers took our ox. So is this trading? I think we have to have something that actually, which you'll be actually sending in return of getting something. Let's see what food we have. We have a lot of mushrooms. We have small game. We have chicken. Berries. That is good. No carrots. Oh, sorry, it's not berries. Beetroot. More chicken, I guess. They already harvested it. I missed out. Look at that. They're picking up. Look at that. We missed out the harvest. That's fine. We got 83 barley now. We can be sending the barley out. No, we're gonna process it here, turn it into malt, and then we're gonna send out the barley. Sheep, commune 11. Where is the production? Industry. Malt house. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have a malt house right here. What do we need? Not enough goods. We need rough stone for it. So we need stones. We're on it. We're on it. We'll get there. That should have been pre-planned, but I missed out on that. So we're gonna get this done soon. High priority. Unassigned oxen needed. Oh, I did buy one, but I think we had the... What do you call that? We had the farm set to have 2 oxens, right? Livestock, 2. Yeah, there we go. So that's where it went. That's like a tractor. Alright, let's just wait for some time and we'll have another ox and we'll gather the stone. We have our malt set up now. We'll trade malt for the small game over here. Small game is less. We can take sausages, I guess. Sausages are being produced. Carrots, veggies, we can take veggies. But we need meat, right? We need meat. Meat, fish, animal. Yeah, we need meat. So we're gonna trade up for sausages, not small game. Where's the sausages? Where did the there they are. Malt and get sausages. That would be nice. So over here we need to have, we have pork. I think we do have 2 butchers. We're gonna need more pork. These guys are making bees, honey, Burgage plot. This can't be upgraded to anything, so this one can be. That's a piggy's there. Odd place. Since there's no smell counter in this game for now, we can have the piggies here. Where's the butcher? There's the butcher. We have pork and we do have salt, right? Yeah, we have enough salt and we have enough pork. I think salt is finishing. We need to set up this deep mining pit now. Upgrade it. Timely noticed. Let's have a save game right here. Should be saving on the first one, but that is fine. This one, yeah, there we go. Piggies. Do we have gold? No, we don't. Let's free up the ox from the farm. One less. So that can go there. It just suddenly popped there like... We have a family that takes care of that, so yeah, we were seeing if we got the rough stone. Oh my god, no? Still no rough stone? What is up with that? A rubble stone. Oh my god, I have to have it on import. I set it on export. So dumb of me. So dumb of me. My bad. That's a long time for these guys to be without a church. Well, they'll be happy. It's winters. So let's see if the barley has been stored in the granary. That is good. We need rough stone for the granary upgrade as well. So this will be flax fields. So if these two imports get cancelled and we produce our own, we're at a very good stage, my fellows. Then we're gonna go build an army and we're gonna take over this whole region. So winters are slow for me. We can start setting up a mining pit right here. And with that, okay. So we need this and we'll just build this, get all the iron into iron slabs, and then we can later on. No, we need more people. All right, we need more housing. Miners' housing can be right here. That's a work area, right? Yeah. You can have blacksmiths. But actually we don't need blacksmiths. That's what Isakhel has to do. This is just a mining and farming town. No post-productions. Post-productions are in the next town. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? We've been playing this for quite some time now. I don't know how many years have passed in this game. I'm just making a hit and try with the dates I'm setting in my description. It's probably 1338 now. I think we've passed 4 winters now in this game. Let's remove this corpse pit. You got 200 gold over here. This is pretty decent. Let's see how much chicken we have. Chicken, eggs. Decent enough. You're gonna have chicken farming all the way in this game over here, and that can be exported or taken to Isakhel, and that place can have more poultry. Ah, there we go. That came in quick. We took ages to do that. Finally, these people will have a new church in a new year, February 1338 AD. I'm here. Vote for me. I'll still be your mayor. I am still your lord. Even if you don't make me a mayor, I'm your lord. You can't change that. New family started moving in Jalpana. So there we go. We got some movement in this place. Let's place a guy there. Gather up all that stone. Then we have enough to progress further. So we've got 2 houses over here. 3 houses. I'm gonna put more chicken coops. These guys can make a heavy production of chicken. We still haven't produced bread. That's my way of doing things. Look at that. How does this change automatically? 3rd year should be fallow. But, okay, fine. However it works, it's working. Let's see. Where's our malt house? We're gonna be placing the malt house right here. Our first malt house. So now our packing station can take the malt and get sausages from Isakhel for this town. So we'll have a good barter system between these 2 towns. Sausages, yeah, there's 38, so that's fine. I think these guys are already having the meat requirement filled, yeah, from eggs and chicken. They're all good. We have 1 extra guy, right? And 1 in that rough stone thingy. So we do need to build a couple of more houses to manage the production of malt. Let's have really small houses, like with no work area. Just the houses. Malt house is almost complete. We're gonna be producing our own malt. My ears hurt. Ding dong. Heh. Mhm.
क्लाइंट से कम सामना सामना
Hmm. I think my stream's thumbnail did not update what I had put. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, thumbnail did not upgrade. Update, not upgrade. There we go. Okay. What next? We've got barley, we got our malt house ready. Let's place in people. Let's have them. Let's keep it at 10. And let's have two people working in there. We've got some people now. And barley? No, we don't need reserve for that. Are there more houses? Yeah, there's 4 more houses. So there's more spots for people to move in. What about food? Chicken and eggs is a lot. Good enough. I like that. Love that. Logging camp has no boundaries, right? No boundaries. They don't need anything. So there's still some stone here. Once this is done, there we go. Our production for malt houses. Okay, so next is flax. What does that require? Flax into linen. So that's the next workshop that we'll have. It can be right here. We can have this road connected. We still have some people moving in. That is fine. Perfect. So we have a balanced small town right next to our big village. And this small town is our farming spot, and it's going to be processing the farm produce and taking it to the other town. So we will be able to stop our imports. Alright, we'll need another packing station. Since we have 2 kinds of goods, we'll need another packing station right here. Let's have it here. There we go. So these mules will take our malt and linen to Isakhel. I don't know why they kept it to like it's necessary to barter something, because it's our own villages, so it should have been like if you want, you can send stuff and do not take anything in return. That should have been made like that, but oh well. There should be like a transporter, not a barter mule. What can we receive from that town? That is, I hope this works. I'm working on it with some passion to trade between these 2 towns. I hope it works like that. Both regions must offer something to for barter to work. See? So I'm gonna go with vegetables for now. Carrots, where are the carrots? Send linen and receive more carrots. I guess that's the only way we can do it. Or we can have war bows. So these guys can be archers. They can defend themselves at least. So where's our granary? What do we have here now? We've got 90 barley, herbs, and a lot of stuff. Excessive stuff. Yeah, we can destroy this now. It's gathered all the stone. Let's demolish this. No need for it. Mine. We gotta put miners in there. We can put in 2 miners right now. Bloomery, we can have 1. And let's place 10 of these. There we go. Nice. So when these guys finish off, we'll have let's get more people in these. I guess I've ended up with requiring more people in the houses. We'll have to build some more housing. Just simple housing, nothing else. There we go. Let's make this into a stables and have 1 more ox, and then we can add it back into the my light got disconnected. I think it's still bright. Now it should be fine. Alright, now we got this this one upgrading. Once this is upgraded, we can have 1 more ox and we'll put it inside the farm. That should work fine. So I love how things are going perfectly as I expect them to go. So that is good. That's taking time. Let it settle in. So we've got a lot of chicken production. See, it's decent enough. Eggs, we can sell some eggs. Trade export. Keep 20. No, 30. Let's keep 30 and rest can be sold. Export. Keep 30 and rest can be sold. There we go. Were those minor trade routes, right? Yeah, minor ones. Major is produced goods. Cabbage sells for a lot. Salad lovers. Alright, this is working fine. Let's see the malt production over here. What do we have in stock right now? Crops. Flax is coming in. What if we reduce it down to 50? And we reduce this down. This is still 50 right now. We can reduce this down to, I think we'll keep it being produced here too. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out, how to balance this. So let's start upgrading houses to level 3. Let's get this one to 3. Requirements not met. Beverage. Beer is low. We need more breweries. These are all goats. Do we have a spare plot? I don't think we have a spare plot. We need to... This can be level 3. Brewery. We can make this level 3. One house. We need to upgrade this, I guess. Yeah, let's upgrade this. Did the game crash? No, it's upgrading. Let's save it. There we go. Our second tier 3 house. Cold spell. People require fuel and a Burgage plot to live in, or they'll freeze to death. Or there's a lot of houses and people are actually satisfied with that. I don't know why this keeps popping up. We should be building a couple of... I know there's 4. I thought it was 1. Yeah, we're fine with it. We're fine with it. Butcher's shop. We... Alright, these 2 upgrades are on the way. We do have to figure out where the bear is. Commodities, I think it's in commodities. Ale 53. Yeah, we have enough. I think it was just you need to upgrade the tavern to a larger one since we have a lot of houses now. There we go. Our second house to tier 3. That increases the regional wealth production. Let's see once it's complete. There's another 4th tier housing. Let's see if these requirements change and how you can take it to tier 4. And then we're gonna call it a day for today's session. It's been a long, nice one. Everything went smoothly this time. So I hope you guys had fun watching how to manage how we managed all of this together. So yeah, our small little manor. One day we'll make it into a fort. Let's open a castle planner, taxation office. Let's see if we can build it. How much cost it takes. Just some wood. We're gonna build it. I'm waiting for the higher level tavern. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's just the tavern that we need to be upgrading, and then we're up for level 3 housing to be upgraded. So we're gonna do that for tier 2, like a butcher, trailer, cobbler, not the Burgage level 1 plots. Almost done, almost done. There we go. It's all set. Let's slow it down. Let's zoom out. Let's have a nice little picture right here. Amazing. Beautifully done. Cinematic scope. All right, there we go. Let's quickly save this game. Let's see if the requirements are met. Let's put some plots on upgrade. No, it's still not met. Okay, it's not complete yet. But it was already complete. Let's drop in. That was quite short of an entrance. Can we walk through this? No. Can we go up on that? No. Alright, complete my new tavern. I really want to get in. There's the entrance. I think there's an invisible railing that is stopping me. There we go. Ah, there's the entrance. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Guys, we have ourselves a level 2 tavern. And let's have a meal with them. Nice. Look at that. He's rolling the barrel. Awesome. Awesome. Pretty cool. Alright, alright. Let's see now. Can we upgrade it? Yep, we can. There we go. Upgrading. So we've got a couple of houses upgraded to level 3 now. So they still require grains and footwear. More footwear? That's something new. Garments and footwear. Okay, garments and footwear. Okay, yeah, fine. That's fine. So we gotta produce more. No, we just gotta give them grains and we gotta give them clothes and stuff like that again. So we are back here again. We have to put in people to work in this weaver shop. Advanced flax wool. Yeah, they can just keep going. And granary is, there's decent space in there. What about the malt production? That was how much malt are we getting now? Is malt under crafting material? Yeah, 134 malt. That is a good surplus. So we can now have the trade set up for malt. Crafting materials, malt. No, we can have a crop set up to excuse me, no trade for barley. And we can go for crafting materials. We can import this if it falls below 50. How about that? We can do this. I think that would balance things out. If there's a shortage, you can import, otherwise no. Use your own stuff. So with that, what the vegetable supply is still good. So our packing station 2 over here is linen sent, war bows taken. What about the war bows there? Where is the military stuff? There it is. Large shields, warbows 43. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. So now we can have some archers. What are these guys? We can add these. 36 archers. Yeah, nice. Retinue. So these are my special soldiers in that place over there. No, no, no. You don't have to rally those. These are my special soldiers. My personal bodyguard. I've got 5 of them. 5 of them. Pretty cool. So we've got this all being upgraded. So I guess level 3 housing is on it now. We've got our supplies from the farm. Now in the next episode we'll be making an army, I guess, and then we've got our iron supply also almost finished this deposit, and this bloomery is doing its job. Where's the store? We've got 39 iron slabs. That is pretty good. So we'll have around 100 iron slabs. We'll be making swords and stuff from this iron resource we're gathering. And the next one, we'll be able to build up an army and start moving into the enemy regions and have a fight. And yeah, we'll try and finish up tier 4 house also, so that we have a complete series of housing in each episode that we've played. So I'm gonna call it a night, day, whatever it is for you guys. It's my day. I'm gonna have some lunch. It's been sitting there cold. And now I think I'm getting tired too. So I'll catch you guys soon. Let's save this game up. Thank you for joining in. I love the company. Even if you guys were just watching, I enjoyed it. It gave me some motivation to keep on going. All right. So